Hey everyone, this is Tell True Sports Radio. I'm your host Ron Fitch, and both in the NBA, both Dallas and Boston up 3-0. Dallas has to work a little harder than Boston. Boston's toying with their kill. There's not much to say. Drew Holiday takes the ball from Nemhard to end the game when there's a 1 point game, and Dallas and Boston finished. Boston should sweep. Now, I told you Minnesota will be more challenging, and they were. They were leading all the way till the fourth quarter. But there's a dynamic that's happened every single fourth quarter. Kyrie, Luka get the ball. Towns and Edwards don't. Towns takes a long, crazy three. Edwards doesn't get the ball. Conley has to throw up a prayer with a second left on the shot clock. But Dallas takes their time. Luka does his favorite, gets his favorite shot at one-on-one coverage. Kyrie sees Karl Towns, drives around him. Karl Towns plays him pretty good, but Kyrie's going to get space on that little drive to the basket and then pull back with a mid-range jumper. Bam, game. Luka's two turnarounds, perfect. This is a difference. Dallas is getting to their spots. Dallas is getting their guys. And I love what Reggie Miller said. They got Dennis Eckersley and Mariano Rivera on their team. They got two closers. And they play off each other in a symbiotic, awesome symmetry type of way. Okay, Luka, you take over. Okay, Kyrie, you take it. And the chemistry is amazing. They love each other. I'm gonna do a whole video on Kyrie Irving and put some respect on Kyrie Irving. And I'm gonna do a video on that, the way he got dissed before he went to the Nets, and all those fake civil rights activists that were fighting for because he wouldn't take the vaccine and he made his choice and he didn't conform and he was just a good guy. He was not the terrible malcontent he was that they thought he was on the Nets, and he played all year. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do a whole show. I don't care if YouTube takes it down or not. I'm going to work. Now, another thing I want to get to before I finish this tape. I lost respect for Stan Van Gundy. You demonized my faith in one show about the Harrison Buckner situation, where you take Harrison Buckner, if you're critical of what he says, which is ridiculous because he's got a right to say what he says, and Kansas City backed him up. I love that. But you took my faith and took Christianity and you made it like it was some type of, well, the racist people did it. There's people that in every religion there's racists. And people are evil individually. What Stan Van Gundy did was out of pocket to demonize that when you don't half know it. He didn't half know what he's talking about. He should have stayed on subject, talked about the NBA. Okay, now I got that out of the way. Dallas is getting what they want. And Gafford is the unsung hero. PJ Washington was the unsung hero of the OKC series, but Gafford is a guy. Because he's blocking, and I hope Lively's okay, because he took a spill. But Gafford, he was plus 10. He had 3 rebounds, 3 blocks, 5 points and a dunk at the end of a terrific play by Kyrie. And another thing, Dallas is doing well. Luka's driving. He takes that fadeaway step back. Or Luka drives all the way, draws a foul. Or he drives, and here comes the help, and he throws the ball. He threw a lob to really end the game to Gafford. It looked like that Kobe to Shaq lob that ended the series against Portland. This is the same way. This is a left-handed drive, lob, dunk, in motion, it jumping on Gafford. He makes the N1. And that should be the 3-zip game. I love how, and the Mavericks play solid defense. And next year, Anthony Edwards just has to work. He's an awesome player. He just has to work on shooting the 3, because what Dallas did, they played him halfway. They said, listen, I'm going to dare you to take the 3. And I'm backing away far enough where when you drive, I'm there to meet you, and the help is there. And now you got to kick it out to guys who might shoot, who might make it, and might not make it. And Karl Towns is a good 3-point shooter, but he has to turn into Doncic. Denver won the NBA Finals last year because because Joker was such a terrific post player. The post game is still useful. If he went in the post half the time, Timberwolves would have got one of these games. Just go in the post, score, try to score over Gafford. Gafford blocks your shot, go back in there again and again and again. Make Gafford have to play that post position. So sit back and be a rover. And you're not going to you're going to have days where you're going with 3 for 20. Where you're shooting and shooting and shooting. You got a great drive, but you got a great post game. Show all 3. So next year, that's what they have to design their offense to give it to him in the post, have him drive, and then shoot the 3. But be a guy that draws fouls. Now, Anthony Edwards can make the 3 that draws out more the defender to come to him. Then he drives around, goes to the basket, and now he can go to the basket more. And now you're getting better percentage shots. And now really open the door. They actually could use another 3-point sniper because Alexander, their shots came and went. And, sometimes that happens. And Naz Reid is fantastic. Naz Reid, keep doing what you're doing. And keep developing your game. But Minnesota, this is a good learning experience to go up against a more seasoned team with, I never consider Luka. If I put Luka at point guard, this is one of the greatest backcourts in history with him and Kyrie. I look at him as a forward, but he's a point forward. If that's their backcourt, I will say I agree with Van Gundy with that one. That is one of the greatest backcourts ever. I like when he's sticking with the basketball instead of degrading someone else's faith, which he did. But I love Dallas. I'm thinking ahead. The one thing the Celtics have, which could help them, they're going to be home. Dallas don't care about the road. Dallas and the Celtics have been the greatest road team, but Drew Holiday is he has a championship too. If Drew Holiday could guard Kyrie and guard him well, that's a championship for Boston. Look at the Drew Holiday-Kyrie matchup in the fourth quarter. That'll tell you who's going to win that championship. If he can do that and he could give them the buckets and Brown and Tatum and Drew Holiday are the 3 going against Kyrie and Luka, because the other guys are more to roll, but Drew could be a star. He could be a lead guy as far as scoring. If he's that guy with Brown and Tatum, then Boston's winning. But if Kyrie and Luka can control the fourth quarter narrative and be great in the fourth quarter like they've been all playoffs, and the Celtics don't have no answer, they'll win. But if Drew Holiday could guard Luka and guard Kyrie well and slow them down and take away all their great fourth quarter possessions, Boston's going to win. So I want to see. This is going to be an interesting series because you got these 4 closers: Brown, Tatum, Kyrie, and Luka. The best closer is Kyrie, I believe. But those guys, it's going to be so fascinating because they're probably going to guard each other. So you're going to really get a test to see if Dallas can exploit Boston's weakness. I don't know if Porzingis is going to win or Porzingis is going to play. I'm sorry about this is where you do 11:26 at night podcast. You'll do a couple of typos. If Dallas is bigger and plays bigger, that's the advantage they have over the Celtics. If the Celtics guard with their athleticism and that bothers Luka and Kyrie and Drew Holiday is that X factor, Boston's winning. So I'm looking forward to see that championship.